At this time, a couple of the students have prepared letters, and I would ask that the parent come and stand beside them as they read their letter. Natalie Govia.
Every 15 minutes, someone is killed or seriously injured in an alcohol traffic incident. Today I died and I never got the chance to say goodbye. I never thought that the last time I seen you guys, it would be the last time. To see you all. I wish I could go back in time and relive this nightmare so I can change things. Mom, Dad, yes. I'm sorry I got into a car of a drunk driver. I didn't think anything bad would happen to me, but I guess thoughts aren't always what you want them to be. I know you guys have always had trust in me to do the right things, and I let you guys down. Without you guys, I would have never made it as far as I did before I died. But being myself, thinking I'm always right most of the time, I thought everything would be okay, and you guys would never know that I was in the passenger seat of a drunk driver. It hurts to have the feeling that I didn't only get to say bye to my friends, but to you guys. Especially to my little sister, Jessica. You guys have always told me she looked up to you, so watch what you do. Unfortunately, I didn't think of the other lives it would affect besides mine. Jessica and I have maybe been 10 years apart and fought like crazy, but I would have done anything for that little girl. I was so looking forward to seeing her grow up because she always wanted to be like Yaya. As it is, she would cry just thinking about me, just thinking about the fact that I was going to attend Modesto Junior College. She always wanted to do what I did, even though I thought it was annoying sometimes. I never thought that it would be something I would miss. Even though I was hard-headed and didn't show my love to any of you guys, I really love her as well as you guys. You guys were always there to support me and were so excited to see me play basketball for MJC, but it all went down the drain. My love for the game was always high because of you guys, and I wish I can thank you for it all. Instead, it was taken into a car incident and taken from you all. I will never forget your faces or what you did for me. I love you guys.
At this time, can the parents of Jesse Molina and Jesse Molina please come up?
Dear my beautiful mother, every 15 minutes someone is killed or seriously injured in an alcohol-related accident. Today I died and never had the chance to say goodbye. I love you so much, I don't know what I'd do without you. You mean the absolute world to me. I appreciate all the things you've done for our family. You're a hard worker and always made sure we had a roof on top of our heads and food on the table. You're the strongest woman I know, being a single parent and raising 4 kids. I know Charlie passing away was the hardest and most difficult time for us and the whole family. I've missed him so much. I remember Angel telling me he is dead as if it was yesterday. It was right after football practice. The pain that struck my heart, I can't even explain. I can't even imagine the pain you went through, especially because you witnessed him lying on his bed. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that. Charlie impacted so many lives. I wish he didn't have to go. I wish he would have watched me play football my senior year with the fam. I know he would have been proud of me. I'm sorry you lost another son. Please be strong. You, Angel, Andrew, and Ayana will always be in my heart. One day, Angel and Andrew are going to start their careers and repay everything you've done for us. You deserve so much, and I can't wait for the day you'll be taken care of and not ever have to struggle with bills or ever again. I love you so much, Mom. You're my queen. I will forever and always. You're my queen and will forever and always be in my heart. I love you.
At this time, can Jennifer Carta and Jordan Esparza please come up?
Jordan, I can't believe this has happened. I feel like I'm in a dream. How am I going to call your mom and tell her that her precious baby boy is gone? You may not be my biological son, but you've been my son since you and Cody became friends so many years ago. Having you live with us this past 2 years has been a ride for sure. We all had to get used to each other. You had to make way more adjustments than us. New house, new town, new rules, just to mention a few. I'm saddened that I will never see you graduate, go to college, get married, and have kids. You were going places for sure, college-bound and working, learning what adulthood is all about. Our family will never be the same. Our whole family had a piece of us, our heart, and died with you. A hole that will never be filled. Forever empty because of a reckless person. I hope that you knew you were loved by our family, your family, and your friends. You will never be forgotten. And I'll love you more than you'll ever know.
At this time, Emma Uribe's mother and Daniel Uribe.
I had my 8-year-old daughter write this because there were so many words that I had to write. But there's not enough paper in this world to put those on paper. Dear Daniel, I'm so sad right now because you're not here. I miss you so much right now because you are not here. I just want to let you know that I love you and I will miss you very much. And I love you really, really much. You were so nice to me. I hope you're okay. I hope you come home today because you're the only brother I have. So just know that I miss you and love you. I feel like crying, but I'm holding it in for you. We miss you really, really much. Because you're the only big brother I ever had. I loved you, big brother. Hope you're okay. Love you very, very much. I love you really, really much. Love you, little sister Emma, Uribe. P.S. I love you. I love you.
And at this time, Chelsea Hoyle's parents and Chelsea Hoyle.
Okay. I can't see it. Okay. To my precious Chelsea, how do I even begin to say goodbye? There are countless ways you impacted my life, bringing so much joy and love with you. Chelsea, you're absolutely irreplaceable to me. Where do I start to list all of the things that I will miss about you? I will miss your sweet, gentle nature. Your compassion really showed in the way you really listened to your friends and your family. What a gift that was. Your sense of humor, your quick wit and laugh brought so much fun to our family. I will miss hearing your profound insights that were beyond your years, full of wisdom and discernment. The thought of not seeing you every day and not sharing life with you is so hard. I am acutely aware of how important you are to me now. Why does it take a tragedy for me to really feel the depth of my love for you? I wonder if you know how much I absolutely adore you, how crazy I am about you. Did I tell you enough? And more importantly, did I show you in the ways that made you feel treasured? I will miss not picking you up from school or youth group and hearing all about the fun you had with your friends. Your excitement and laughter as you would share showed me how much your friends meant to you. And I hope they know too. I think of them and how much you love them and what a loyal friend they have lost. It comforts me to think that because of our shared faith and love in Jesus, I know where you are now, safely home in heaven. My hope is that I will see you again, and then we will never have to say goodbye again. I love you more than words can say. Your mama.
At this time, I would like to welcome our special speaker, Amaka.
Hi, my name is Amaka. I'm here today to share a story with you about a girl I used to know and how our lives were affected by driving under the influence. She was raised by a loving family that was good to her. They taught her right from wrong and watched her grow into a feisty little girl. She loved to climb trees and race boys for quarters at recess. She was known on the schoolyard as the one that always stuck up to the bullies. She couldn't stand to see other kids get picked on. In junior high, she played sports, had a lot of good friends, and figured out that when she grew up, she wanted to do something to help people. In high school, she spent more time hanging out with those friends than she did studying. And despite all the weekends she spent partying, she made it through safely. She went on to marry her high school sweetheart, and they had 3 beautiful children together. She pursued her dreams of becoming a healthcare provider, and her career delivering babies and taking care of moms took off. She spent every moment that she wasn't working with her family. They lived hiking and camping and lived a simple life. She had delivered hundreds of babies by the time that she decided to stay home with her kids and start a home-based business. They moved to a new town. She left behind her job and her friends. Life in this new town was harder than she'd thought. It was lonely, and keeping up with 3 kids, her husband, and her business was challenging. The stress and responsibility of life began to catch up to her. She wanted to be the perfect mom, perfect wife, the house always clean, meals just right, everybody happy. She was hard on herself and tired, struggling to keep up. She thought maybe if she just felt better, she could do better. She had a visit to the doctor's office that changed her life forever. She was prescribed something that gave her a little more energy, helped her lose weight and feel good. She met other moms in this town that used drugs too. Just a little something in the morning to get going, a little something in the evening to relax. It seemed harmless to begin with, but it evolved into an addiction. Soon enough, her secret came out. Her family tried to help, but she was in too deep. Then came a divorce and a custody battle. She was devastated, and her world as she knew it was falling to pieces. On October 3rd, 2008, she started her day by taking a little something to get her going. She went to the beach, grocery shopping. She attended Mass by herself that evening. She didn't feel intoxicated when she got into her vehicle. She felt emotional and angry, mad at the world and at herself, out of sorts and grieving. She turned up her music and drove fast. Lost in thought and distracted, she ran a red light and hit a car. In that car was a grandfather, 69 years old, on his way home from work. She had no memory of the accident. She was pulled from her truck unconscious and woke up in the hospital in disbelief as a deputy told her what happened. The man was killed instantly, and a blood test had determined that there was drugs in her system. She had killed a man and was being charged with manslaughter. It was like a bad dream. The shame and the guilt and the sadness set in. Sitting in a cold, dark cell in the county jail, praying for God's forgiveness, knowing that there was no going back to change anything. At her sentencing, the man's family spoke of his life, the love and respect that the community had for him, and of his plans to retire and spend more time with his family. They let her know they would never forgive her for taking him from them. She was sentenced to 9 years and 8 months in state prison. Here she is today. This is not a reenactment. This is the real deal. California State Prisoner X32168. I've spent the last 5.5 years in prison trying to figure out what happened. If you could picture the worst thing that you've ever done and then imagine thinking of that thing every waking moment of your life behind bars. I never meant to hurt anybody ever, but my choice to get behind the wheel that night was reckless and immature and selfish. My choice cost a man his life and tore families apart. My children visit me in prison. It's confusing to them why I'm not with them. Why their mama, who always encouraged them to do right and be kind to others, is in prison for killing a man. I tell them that the prisons are full of good people who've made bad choices. And I really hope that each and every one of you here, students, teachers, parents, that you never forget this day and make wise choices. Thank you.
I woke up this morning at 5:15 with Mark Brindero screaming in my ear. Mark Brindero was a sophomore at Hillmar High School when I was 1 year out. There were two friends in his car that sped by my house at 80 miles an hour and crashed into a cement abutment, shattering everything, into a cornfield that was about 6 inches high. He screams in my ear, and I had that dream this morning. I'll tell you what, I don't like this program. I don't like feeling this way. I don't like that memory, but it's necessary because alcohol is so prevalent in our society. I had my own experience as a young man, a memory that is more vivid to me than my own wedding, the birth of my 3 kids. I can remember the temperature that day. I can remember the time of day. I can remember I was in the front yard with my mom, and I gave CPR to those 2 boys that I knew were dead for one reason, and first responders know what I'm saying. For one reason, because the boy that made it was screaming at me, screaming my name. He knew me, I didn't know who he was. Peterson, save him. He was in shock. So I just kept going until a first responder got there. Every 15 minutes is a drama